How's it going, boys? It's Mono Premiere, and today I'm going to do a quick video about something that has happened very recently. Now, if you've been on the internet for the last 2 years, you know that Jake Paul, a man from Disney, his brother, who's an absolute dropkick, and Mike Tyson, the legend in the boxing scene, Iron Mike, officially had their fight. A long-awaited fight that was announced back in March. Now, to put it simply, and not to ramble on too much, the fight was sad. Like, it was really sad. To be honest, coming to this fight, with like $1 million marketing and promotions, behind the scenes training sessions, if you look at both fighters and the prep they did, both fighters look great. Besides one health delay by Mike, a bit of the shaky legs, can't blame him, he's 58 years old. This fight was probably just going to be absolutely shit, honestly, especially with the age gap. But when the day finally came, we saw all of the undercard fights, which in my opinion were really amazing. Garage vs. Nunes, a solid opener. I did get to watch the second fight, but I did watch Taylor and Serrano. Honestly, probably the best fight in my personal opinion. Although I do feel Serrano did get the title stolen from her. She definitely won, but I don't know, stupid decisions. And then we got to Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. You see, I was disappointed. I was expecting much more, and not just, when you compare every fight to the main event, it really was just lackluster and boring. And it was also just sad. Mike was primarily just running around Jake, hoping to land a hit, and Jake was just getting hits, but he had like good form, but all of a sudden it just became sloppy. Every fight Jake Paul has fought, he's always had the advantage in some way. Like, he's literally fighting the elderly. Like, literally, In-N-Out made a post on Twitter saying they don't accept Jake Paul into the restaurant because he abuses the elderly. That is crazy. Well, did you catch a scene of Mike Tyson's ass? God damn. And in the weigh-ins, he's just playing with this shit. Like, I think Jake Paul saw that and reacted like this, saying like he wanted those cheeks. He wanted Iron Mike's cheeks. Also, I wish I could show you clips from the fight, but it'll get copyrighted. But at the same time, it's better I just don't show you. Like, literally, nothing happened. Most of the fight was just them running around each other, hugging, and that's it. It was just rinse and repeat. Throw a couple punches, big hug, now we run around for 2 minutes. Now, I know the age difference is massive, being basically 30 years. I don't even know how this is allowed. Someone like Mike Tyson of his age to fight someone who is technically in his physical prime. When I say it was a sad fight, just looking at Tyson pacing around Jake, and you can also tell his legs were like shaking. He didn't really have all his strength in his legs. I mean, that comes with old age. Then you just have Jake just hitting him, you know, here and there. It just felt really sad to see. Seeing Tyson get punched by this clown, Jake Paul. Ugh. Like, I do not want to see a person like Tyson's legacy. I don't want Tyson's legacy to end with a TKO by the man, Jake Paul. Now, at the same time, I think it was obvious Mike Tyson probably wasn't going to win. If Mike Tyson didn't put in the bag in the first 2 rounds, he wasn't going to win with Jake Paul's stamina. Unfortunately, it was kind of inevitable for Jake Paul to win, even if it wasn't rigged or like scripted. Allegedly. At the end of the day, Mike Tyson is 58, Jake Paul is 27. With the huge age gap, Jake Paul is going to win despite that. Myself and many others were probably thinking about this fight when it started. We wanted to end. If anything, I just wanted Mike to get out of that ring, because someone his age in there was kind of scary and sad to watch. And knowing if something went wrong, it could have been fatal for Iron Mike, and that could have been it for him. He could have died, but thankfully he didn't. But there comes another thing that a lot of people are speculating about. Well, 2 things. One of them being that the fight was scripted. Now, something like that was kind of obvious. This fight, like I said, was really lackluster and was just mainly just Tyson surviving and not losing his balance. He literally looked like fucking Joe Biden. If anything, I didn't want Jake Paul, of all people, to knock out Tyson. Grab here honestly just felt like maybe they were having a quick chat. Who knows? I'm just speculating shit. Plus, it really did feel like both Tyson and Jake Paul were just really pulling their punches. Especially Jake Paul, I feel like he could have done way more. Even Tyson, if you go back to their training videos and you compare it to what they're doing today, it just wasn't there. Where did the training go? There was no training. There was just little love taps, I guess. I don't know. I mean, if I got hit by that shit, I probably would have died. But these guys, they're professionals, so... But there was also another possible hidden clause exposed by Carl Froch. Hopefully I say his name right. And Tyson was not allowed to knock out Jake Paul. Could you imagine that if this is real? Plus, Netflix just wasn't ready for this event. Like, when you have big names like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, and plus this is their first ever live streaming event on Netflix. And there were so many videos, tweets, Instagram, whatever, of people literally saying they couldn't watch the fight. It was always buffering. It was taking so long to get in onto the website. While I was at work, I was very lucky, and I was actually able to get in very easily. But there was a moment, 2 moments, where I actually had to wait a whole 10 minutes for just the fight to buffer, or just to get into the application. I had to keep refreshing it, keep closing it and turning it back on. And Netflix just was so unprofessional about it. They weren't ready, they were underprepared for the amount of people who were gonna watch. Overall, it was pretty obvious that they kind of had some beef, but at the same time, this whole event was literally just a money grab for both Mike and Jake. It definitely seemed both were pulling their punches, like I said. Everything just they showed was just, what was the point of the training? There was no point to wait at all. I may as well just jumped in the ring. We would have solved the same shit. In quick summary, this fight was disappointing. After how many months we had to wait for a fight like this, that was just not worth my time. If anything, Netflix was having a better fight with their servers, with how many people were trying to watch it then. I swear, the Netflix servers had a more intense fight than the actual main event. Isn't that fucking crazy to think about? But for a shit fight like that, Jake Paul made about 40 mil apparently, and Mike made like 20. So in my honest opinion, awful fight. Never should have happened. I'm happy Mike is fine and not any serious injury. Hopefully Mike will retire and he will take it easy from now. Although he said he might fight another person.
Is this possibly the last time for you?
I don't think so.
You've got more in you. Who comes to mind?
Well, I don't know. Maybe his brother.
You want to fight Logan? Logan, I think he said you might be next.
I'll kill you, Mike.
No, please, no.
Hopefully Jake Paul's next fight will be someone who isn't half his age and has actual boxing experience and actually is his age, his weight. He's a boxer. And they're also not retired. Besides that, boys, that's been me. I'm gonna go and gamble. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Talk to you later. Peace.
Up semen in me.